I have a 200 amp panel outside my house, which is supplied from the meter about 100 yards away. This panel only has a few breakers in it which I use to build my house. Now I need to add the final 200 amp box inside the house. What is the best/safest way to do this?
You are corresponding with Joseph, the electrical doctor, your personal online electrical professional consultant. The panel you are referring to, is that just a temporary pole? Or is this the only place the utility will bring the power to?
The 200 amp box outside is not temp. This is currently where the service line from the meter terminates. Does that help?
Yes and no. Do you have a meter base on your new home? Or did the utility tell you the meter has to stay on the pole so far away from the house?
It's a country home. They said it has to stay on the meter there. There is no meter base directly next to the home, only the one that is so far away. Basically, the meter at the road supplies the 200 amp box next to my house through an underground feed. I'm just trying to find the best way to get from the 200 amp box outside to my house.
Please be patient with my questions. I want to have a firm understanding of your setup before I render an answer. Now, with that being said, your utility provides power to the meter on the pole 100 yards away, then it goes to another panel next to your home? Can you explain the exact setup you have right now?
Yeah, sorry, didn't mean to sound impatient. I appreciate the help. I have attached a picture of the panel where the service line has been run. This is a 200 amp panel.
How far away from your home is this panel? Also, is there another 200 amp panel on or in your home where this panel will feed power to?
This panel is about 10 feet away from the house. I will have a 200 amp box inside the house, which the outside box will feed. Does that help?
Yes, it does. One more question. At the meter, does this wire leave the meter all the way to this panel? Or is there another panel next to the meter, or a disconnect next to the meter before it goes out to this panel you gave me the picture of?
I'm not sure if there is a disconnect next to the meter. I'm pretty sure there is.
Can you double check to be sure? It will make a big difference in what I tell you.
May take a second.
No problem, I will be here. Post here when you have the info and I can tell you what you need to do.
Okay, yes, there is a disconnect under the meter. So it goes, meter disconnect outside 200 amp box, new 200 amp box inside house.
Okay, please remember that what I am about to tell you is only from a messenger, so please don't shoot me. Smile. From the picture that you showed me, your setup is not correct. Because you have a disconnect at the pole just after the meter, this panel that you sent me a picture of needs to be a subpanel. This means that you need to change out the wire to the correct type. It needs to be a 4-wire cable and not a 3 as you have shown in the picture. Next, from that panel to the one inside, you need to have a 4-wire cable as well. Basically, both panels after the disconnect need to be set up like subpanels. So at the panel outside you will also need to drive 2 grounding rods and install a grounding bar in the panel so you can keep your neutrals and grounds separated. Here is a pictorial diagram of how a subpanel setup should look. I am sure you are going to have more questions based on what I just told you, so please keep asking until you fully understand.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert, now visit JustAnswer.com/YTHI.